Admiral Zephyr Corvin stood frozen before the tactical hologram, his weathered face illuminated by the crimson glow of incoming threat markers. The bridge of the Imperial flagship Dominator hummed with nervous energy as junior officers exchanged worried glances. What they were witnessing defied every military doctrine the Galactic Empire had established over 3 millennia of conquest. "Sir," Lieutenant Commander Nysa reported, her voice barely steady, "the enemy fleet has decimated our entire 7th Armada. 12,000 vessels, gone in 47 minutes. The hologram displayed the aftermath of what should have been a routine pacification mission in the Kepler 442 system. Instead of the expected primitive resistance, the Empire's most elite battle group had encountered something unprecedented. The enemy ships, if they could even be called ships, moved like liquid mercury through space, phasing through Imperial shields as if they were mere suggestions. Corvin's cybernetic implants processed the battle data at superhuman speed, but the numbers made no sense. The attackers had materialized from what appeared to be empty space, their vessels resembling crystalline structures that shifted between states of matter. They had neutralized the Empire's quantum torpedo salvos by somehow reversing the weapon's temporal flow, causing them to detonate in the past before they were even fired. "Incoming transmission from the lead enemy vessel," Communications Officer Thresh announced, his hands trembling over the controls. On screen, Corvin commanded, steeling himself for first contact with this mysterious force. The holographic display shimmered, revealing a being that challenged the Admiral's understanding of biology. The creature appeared humanoid but translucent, its form constantly shifting between states of energy and matter. When it spoke, its voice resonated directly in their minds, rather than through their universal translators. "Greetings, children of the spiral arm," the being began, its tone carrying an ancient weariness. "We are the architects, and we have been watching your expansion with growing concern." Corvin stepped forward, his military bearing intact despite the circumstances. "I am Admiral Corvin of the Galactic Empire. You have attacked Imperial forces without provocation. Surrender now, and your species may yet avoid extinction." The architect's form rippled with what might have been amusement. "Extinction? Admiral, your empire believes it controls a significant portion of this galaxy. You have conquered, perhaps. What do your records claim? 40,000 star systems? 47,832. Corvin replied with pride. "Fascinating," the architect mused. "And you believe this represents dominance over the galaxy. Tell me, Admiral, how many star systems do you estimate exist in this galaxy alone?" Corvin's expression flickered with uncertainty. "Approximately 400 billion, but most are uninhabitable or lack strategic value." "Strategic value," the being repeated, its form brightening. "You measure worth in terms of resources to exploit, worlds to subjugate. Yet you have encountered less than 0.1% of what exists here. And this galaxy, Admiral, is merely one of trillions." The bridge fell silent, except for the soft hum of life support systems. Corvin felt a chill that had nothing to do with the ship's temperature regulation. "The fleet you just destroyed," the architect continued, "represented what you consider your finest military achievement. Your 7th Armada, equipped with antimatter cannons, temporal shielding, and consciousness disruption weapons. Impressive by the standards of your current development." "Current development?" Corvin's voice cracked slightly. "What you call your galactic empire is, in the scope of cosmic civilization, equivalent to children playing with wooden blocks. Your fastest ships crawl through space at a fraction of light speed. Your advanced AI systems possess the computational power of a single neuron in a mature consciousness. Your understanding of dimensional physics barely scratches the surface of reality's true nature." The architect gestured, and suddenly, the bridge's viewports displayed something that made several officers gasp in terror. Surrounding the Imperial fleet, stretching beyond the limits of their most powerful sensors, was an armada that defied comprehension. Ships the size of planets hung in perfect formation, their surfaces alive with energies that bent space-time itself. Structures that seemed to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously created patterns that hurt to look at directly. This, the architect explained, is one patrol group from one sector fleet of one minor outpost of the actual galactic civilization. We number in the quintillions. We have transcended the limitations of biological form, mastered the fundamental forces that bind reality together, and spread across not just this galaxy, but others beyond your ability to detect. Corvin's knees nearly buckled. Why? Why haven't you revealed yourselves before? For the same reason you do not announce yourself to the bacteria in your digestive system, the architect replied without malice. Until recently, your species posed no threat to anything beyond your immediate stellar neighborhood. We allowed you to develop naturally, hoping you might evolve past your current phase of aggressive expansion. But something has changed, Corvin realized. Indeed, your empire has begun developing reality manipulation technology. Crude, yes, but possessing the potential to damage the dimensional substrate that underlies existence itself. Left unchecked, your species could inadvertently unravel sections of space-time. The Admiral's mind raced through recent Imperial research projects. The dimensional fold drives, the consciousness transfer experiments, the temporal weapon prototypes. Technologies that push the boundaries of known physics. We stand at a crossroads, the architect continued. We can guide your species toward true enlightenment, teach you to transcend your biological limitations, and join the galactic community as junior partners. Or, the implied alternative hung in the space between them like a guillotine blade. What would you have us do? Corvin asked, his voice barely a whisper. Cease your expansion immediately. Dismantle your military research programs. Submit to a period of guided development lasting approximately 10,000 of your years. 10,000 years of subjugation? 10,000 years of education, the architect corrected. By your current standards of measurement, we could eliminate every inhabited world in your empire in the time it takes for light to travel from your star to your homeworld. This is not conquest, Admiral. This is an intervention. Corvin looked around his bridge at the faces of his crew beings from dozens of species united under Imperial rule, all now confronting the reality that their mighty civilization was nothing more than a curiosity to powers beyond their imagination. I need time to consult with the Emperor, he said finally. You have one of your standard days, the architect replied. Consider carefully, Admiral. The fleet you see before you is merely our diplomatic escort. The real army hasn't even arrived yet. The transmission ended, leaving the bridge in stunned silence. Outside the viewports, the impossible armada waited with patient indifference, their mere presence warping the fabric of space around them. Corvin slumped into his command chair, the weight of cosmic insignificance settling on his shoulders. In a single encounter, the Galactic Empire's worldview had been shattered. They were not the apex predators of the galaxy, they were barely evolved enough to be noticed. The Admiral reached for his communication console to contact the Emperor, knowing that in the next 24 hours, the entire structure of galactic civilization would change forever. The only question remaining was whether humanity and its allies would choose evolution or extinction. In the depths of space, the architects waited with the patience of beings who had witnessed the rise and fall of 1,000,000 civilizations. For them, this was just another day in the endless task of shepherding younger species toward their cosmic destiny.